Still stinging over the loss of your Gemini fella. This is a sign that has a reputation for ghosting and leaving without looking back. It's hard to think of ways to make him regret leaving you, but when it comes to astrology, there is always a way. Here's how to make him wish he was still with you. In my experience as a relationship astrologer, Gemini men have some of the worst reputations when it comes to love and relationships. It's their twin symbol. Either they're just amazing, or they are absolutely awful. So, whether your motivation is revenge or even trying to get him back, there are ways and means to make him regret ever thinking of leaving you. And yes, Gemini men do have feelings, believe it or not, even if they cover those feelings up with humor and sarcasm. So how can you access those feelings? What can you do to push his buttons, and make him wonder why he ever broke up with you? There are some ways to get him to regret leaving you, and maybe even turn the clock back, if you really want to. Number 1. Don't be his source of gossip anymore. Gemini men love to gossip. They adore talking about celebrities, people in the media, your family, his family, your friends. He gets quite a kick out of chatting about other people's lives. And, because he's generally not the type to close off after a breakup, he likes to carry on talking and even being friends. He may try and fish information out of you about people in your lives. For example, asking if you've heard from so and so. Don't engage. When he realizes he no longer has a gossip buddy to run to when there's drama, he may feel a little regretful and even lonely, now that he's left out of the loop. It's mean, but it works. Number 2. Ignore his messages completely. If you really want to make him regret leaving you and have him nursing his sore heart, the best thing you can do is ignore him completely. It will drive him absolutely bonkers. This is an air sign, and air signs rule communication. Cut off communication, and it'll feel like you've cut off his leg. He will hate the fact that he can't just talk to you exactly when he wants to. Number 3. Get with some else and make sure he knows about it. Here's the thing. Gemini men have a tendency to move on quite fast. He's not necessarily playing games with you, he's just detached like that. Once he's come to terms with the fact that it's over, he may get back on the proverbial horse quite quickly. You can do the same. You can go out and fully enjoy yourself with new men, without worrying about feeling guilty, because he's not likely to be feeling that bad. And it's known that seeing your ex with another person can make you have second thoughts. After all, humans can be like that. We forget that when we put down our favorite toy, it doesn't just stay there. So, go and enjoy yourself. He will hear about it through the grapevine, and definitely have some regret. Plus, you can help yourself move on faster this way. Number 4. Don't give him the closure talk. Have you had the closure talk yet? No. Great. Don't have it. No matter how much he tries to bang your door down or reach you via text message, just don't give that to him unless you really want it, of course. See, Gemini men, of all signs, need the talk to really move on with their lives. They may date other people, but if that door isn't fully closed, they can sit with deep regret. And that's what you're aiming for, right? Number 5. Involve yourself in awesome passions and hobbies. It's likely that when you were with your Gemini guy, he was taking up a lot of your time with his activities and hobbies, his friendships, and his passions. And boy, does this guy have a lot of passions, right? Right. You can get him to regret leaving you by picking up your own amazing passions and making it public, whatever you're doing. Such as joining a band, making amazing arts and crafts, getting involved in charity work or anything else that makes your life look really interesting. You see, Gemini men are drawn to women whose lives are fascinating. And now that you have more time to yourself, you can create your life in any shape you desire. Number 6. Pretty up your social media. Most Gemini men are quite active on social media. It's his way of getting the gossip, because as we know, these are men who like to have the lowdown on other people's lives. If you want to make him regret leaving you, one of the easiest ways to do it is by prettying up your social media profiles. Whether you're on Insta or Facebook or other sites like LinkedIn, you can jazz your profile up with some sexy new picture and hints of the cool things happening in your life. You can also completely erase him and his messages, posts and pictures, because I can guarantee you, he will be looking at those. When he realizes that he's no longer part of your life, he may come to seriously regret leaving you. Number 7. Avoid giving into his games. Gemini men can be the types to play games in love, even when you've broken up. After all, his ruling planet is Mercury, the trickster. Sometimes it's intentional and sometimes it's not, depending on how evolved he is, or not. Game playing may look like dropping you random messages to say he misses you, or trying to booty call you. It could look like blatantly flaunting a girl on social media, or spreading rumors about you. Of course, not all Gemini men play games like this, but some do, just to try and get a reaction out of you, especially if you have closed off and are not communicating with him anymore. You'll get him to regret leaving you when you just don't allow yourself to play games back. It'll take strength, but you can totally hold yourself back. Just be the bigger person, and he will come to see what an amazing woman he used to have in his life, one that keeps her integrity in check and inspires respect and admiration. Hopefully, somewhere down the line, you'll start healing, and won't worry so much about making him regret leaving you. You'll appreciate him for the lessons he gave you, or, perhaps you'll get back together, if he is the evolved type of Gemini. Either way, do what makes you feel good, and never compromise your morals to make someone else suffer. You're so much better than that. Have you broken up with a Gemini guy before? Please go ahead and share your stories below. I love hearing what my viewers have to say. If you want to get your Gemini X back, then check out this video in the description below. Want to find out more about your Gemini X? Claim your free copy of the X Back Handbook in the description below. If you like this video and find it helpful, please give it a like and also make sure to subscribe, ring the bell, so you get notified whenever I post new content, and follow me on Instagram for daily relationship tips.